So we have had some big breaking developments in the world of Formula One, if you look at it, because in the Belgian Grand Prix, when we had earlier done the breaking, it was George Russell, Lewis Hamilton and Oscar Piastri who had won. But now, 2 hours later, after the Grand Prix in Belgium had ended, the major controversy has erupted and George Russell has been disqualified. Lewis Hamilton has now been elevated as the winner, and it is now his second consecutive win in 2024. He had won Silverstone for a record-breaking time, and now he's won in Belgium also. Now, what was the regulation that ensured that George Russell would be disqualified and that Lewis Hamilton will be elevated to the winner's position? Because reports stated that the process that happens afterwards, when you win a race and then you go into the paddock, the cars have to be weighed. The players, the drivers have also got to be weighed. It is according to the rules as far as health is concerned. Car also, if there was no distinct advantage that was given to the driver at this point. So, the FIA technical committee, Russell's Mercedes was initially weighed in at 798 kilos, which is exactly the weight limit. However, it is the weight limit for the car without fuel on board. So understand one thing, there is a certain weight limit of 796, but that is with the fuel on, without fuel on board the car. So, and after a requisite 2.8 liters of fuel were extracted from the car for required post-race checks for compliance, the W15 subsequently weighed in at 796.5, considerably below the weight limit. Russell's car was therefore declared in breach of Article 4.1 of the technical regulations, and because of that he was disqualified. Now, what does Article 4.1 of the FIA technical committee says? What is the rule that governs it? The minimum mass. Article 4.1 deals with the minimum mass of the car that was there. The mass of the car without fuel must not be less than 796 kilos at all times during the competition. If, when required for checking, a car is not already fitted with dry weather tires, its mass will be determined using a set of dry weather tires selected by the FIA technical committee. The mass of a car without fuel must not be less than 796 kilos at all times. But here it was reported that after a requisite 2.8 liters of fuel were extracted from the car for required post-race checks, the W15 subsequently weighed in at 796.5 kilos, which is considerably below the weight limit. So, it is actually 798, but it was 796.5. So, the rule was changed after a couple of years in that sense. So, this is the current situation. Because Russell's car weighed in at 796.5, this is the reason he was disqualified. It should have been 798. So that is the reason why Lewis Hamilton has gotten the win in Spa-Francorchamps. You have to understand, it's a very close race. Hamilton could have lost it. Hamilton could have won it also. Oscar Piastri was giving a very tough fight. But at the end of the day, looking at it, George Russell will be really feeling very bad about it. As far as Hamilton's concerned, 2 consecutive wins after a drought of 2021, 2022, 2023. He's finally winning in 2024. So that is a big relief for Lewis Hamilton. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.